All right, so it's CES day one, and it's a shorter CES because it's only going to be 3 days instead of 4 days. Now, if you've watched these videos before, normally I start at the Venetian and do health tech, but this year I've decided to start at Central Hall, and well, it'll be a little bit different order this year. It's already much quieter than in previous years, so let's see how the show looks. So parking at the convention center isn't actually difficult at all. There's actually really big lots, and other than the fact that it's on the far side of the convention center, it's cheap and relatively easy. So they have shuttles running to the other parts of the convention center. And I was all excited because they have me, well, they pick you up in a Tesla. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I've never been in a Tesla before. Well, then they take you down into the Tesla tunnel. So I came to the Canon booth because I really wanted to see this more than anything at the show, and it is this. Look at this. This is a dual 180 fisheye lens. Its official name is the RF 5.2 dual fisheye, and this is amazing. And there's an R5 camera body that it's on, so about $4 grand for the body, $2 grand for the lens, $6 grand together. It's an 8K camera with a 45 megapixel still. This thing is amazing. I just did a demo over there, and it was uncomfortable how close the people were standing next to me in VR. They were like staring me down in VR, and it was so crisp and it was so clear. And I went through and I talked to one of the guys, and oh my God, he knew everything about the lens. This is legit. Prisms, micro focus, independent focus, manual focus, everything about this means that if you're a pro VR person, this is what you want to work with. I'm at the Canon booth, and I passed by a large format printer. I love large format printers, and I'm like, how much does it cost? He starts, giving me the numbers, and I'm expecting it to be like really expensive, but it's under $5,000. And so this is a 44-inch, really high quality Canon printer. It's the ImageProGraf Pro. Boy, marketing must love people having to stutter that name. Anyway, look at that. It's really nice, and everything's automated. Really nice solid metal, and he says it auto loads, which if you're a poster printer like me, trust me, that's a big one. Also, it comes with different color settings. You can either buy an 8 color system or a 12 color system, depending on what level of color you're looking for. This is a high fidelity printer. This isn't just a poster printer. It makes really good looking stuff. We saw this last year at the virtual CES that Razer was building this Zephyr Mask, and this is the new version. This is the Zephyr Pro, and don't be fooled, this is an actual N95 compatible mask, and those are not release valves, they're actually filtered fans. But in addition to having filtered fans, there's amplification in there, and the voice amplification I think is awesome, and I think this actually looks a lot more stylish. I was so mean to the Zephyr last year. It looks like they figured out what they're gonna do with it. So there it is, for $150, you can get a really cool, ultimately stylish safety mask. So I'm at the Razer booth, and I'm sitting in one of their really awesome chairs, and oh my goodness, I mean, it feels like it's hugging you. It feels so supportive. I can't imagine sitting in a chair that's, I don't deserve to sit in a chair that's comfortable all day, but this is really nice. It's, oh, the lumbar support, it's a big thing pressing in my lower back. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Anyway, the Razer booth is amazing. Check it out. Wow, at Razer, they have some amazing concept stuff here. And right now I'm standing next to 2 concept items. One is Project Sophia, and that is a desk, but it's everything. It's fully interactive. The desk is your computer. And look at that, look at that. It's just a prototype, but it's still, as a concept goes, it's awesome. So this chair is the Anki Pro Hypersense. It is a full D-Box compatible haptic interactive chair. You know when you go to the movies and you see the D-Boxes and it bounces you around when you see a movie? That's what this chair does. And oh my God, if they get this on the market, I would be first in line for a really good haptic chair. Look at that. one last thing, that's not just a gaming chair, that's an all-day chair. So it's an all-day chair, it's a desk chair, it's a gaming chair, it's a movie watching chair. Basically, you never leave it. So a little bit of humor, I wear a ratcheting belt, and earlier today, the little piece kind of got frayed on it, which means that my belt keeps coming loose on its own. And as I was walking to the convention, my literally belt popped off and my pants almost fell down, and I really needed a pair of scissors to fix it. So I walked over to the Canon booth and said, "Do you have a pair of scissors?" They said, "Yes." I said, "You saved my butt, literally." And she's like, "Well, maybe you could change your lanyard to be Team Canon." And I'm like, that's brilliant. So thank you, Canon, for saving my pants. I'm at the VRGineers booth about to demo the Xtall. This is part one. So this is the Xtall 3 mixed reality unit. So it's got the cameras in the front, and it is, what's the field of view on this?
180.
180 degree field of view. So literally you're seeing everything. When you move your head, oh my goodness, but it looks huge, but it really wasn't that heavy on the head. And the fact that you can put custom lenses in here so you don't have to wear your glasses is really amazing. It's not cheap, but it's not meant to be cheap. This is high quality stuff, but this is really, really nice. But wow, I actually thought the whole machine was moving. It wasn't. It wasn't moving. It was just all in my head. That's how immersive this was. This is really, really nice. This is part two. I'm at the VRGineers booth about to demo the Xtall. This is amazing. I mean, I'll be honest with you, like I get motion sickness from VR, but I'm not getting motion sickness from VR, I'm getting motion sickness because I'm killing myself on an airplane. Like this is crazy good. No, this, I really feel, and then put my hands out in front of me, a little bit of grounding. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I think about every tree. Wow. This is just amazing. I feel like I'm not surrounded by all of you. All right, now I gotta fall out of this thing. One last item, they also have a portable trainer that fits in the box. The entire thing fits in the box. So I already did a full video on Glytch Battlestation, but it's really nice to come to the booth and see all of them together being used. All right, so I'm back at the WowCube booth. They were here virtually last year, and the year before, and the year before. And you're like, why do you love this? Because look at this. This looks the same as last year, but it's been completely rebuilt from the inside out. This is the most awesome toy, gaming, entertainment cube thing. It's not out yet, it'll be out soon. Pre-sale this spring. By the end of the year, I should be able to own one of these things. The SDK is coming out soon. Look at every side, it twists, it's got games, it's got applications. It's gonna be $250. Come on, this is like amazing. And you know what, I know I've been waiting forever, but they keep coming back, which means they're going to do it. This company's gonna cross the finish line, I tell you. I want this so bad, and they're here every year. So, the WowCube, I cannot wait to check it out again. So, stick around for all the WowCube demos. They even have the best swag. WowCube Demo 1. Just cut the rope right over there.
Right here, there we go, okay. There it is. Okay, we're gonna get it loaded here. It'll give you all the leaderboards and everything. Twist to start. So we twist it, and here we go. To cut the rope, you must twist the screen. So there's the rope. We're gonna twist it here, and we're gonna feed it to the little dino.
WowCube Demo 2. Where's Space Invaders?
Space Invaders is right over here. There we go. And because it's vibrational, you can tap it anywhere. It's not going to be touchscreen. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so we have our little ship here. It's going to move with us as we move the cube. We're going to try and get all these little shapes.
Oh, look at that. So it's auto firing, and then you're moving the cube to move it around.
Exactly.
That is awesome. That's a really good design.
And then we'll try to get that one. Boom, got it. very cool.
So you know they have those holographic fans that spin and make the images seem to float in space? They never film very well. Well, this company here integrates them into cases, and not only do they put them inside your computer case, but they put them above your computer case as well, so it makes things look like they're jumping out of your case. Pretty fun. All right, so I'm at Showcase PCs, which makes one-of-a-kind 3D and 4D gaming PCs. Basically, they're little holographic cases. So if you want a really good camera, don't go to the Canon booth, you go to PhaseOne. This, by the way, is probably a $50,000, 150 megapixel camera. Now, these are really beautiful industrial cameras. Matter of fact, at work, we have one of these, one of the ones that do specialty for documents, but they make ones for all sorts of situations. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you the output of a rig that they created. It's amazing. Jump does virtual reality wingsuit gliding. And if you're gonna do that, you need high resolution data sets. So they went out in a helicopter with a custom camera rig and they digitized, well, they took photographs of a 10 square mile radius and they got 35,000 photos to create a 3D model using photogrammetry. And it is amazing. Oh, wow. That is crazy high resolution. So just this one section has how many polygons?
200,000.
200,000 polygons and an 8K texture?
Correct.
That's crazy. I think I saw that ThreeDDesk last year on their online thing. It's very weird. I don't know if I'd actually use it. I think it's beautiful. I just don't see myself really using it. So I love little booths because you never know what you're gonna find. This is the Aorus by Melody Tech. If you look, there's two little ears in here. There are two omnidirectional microphones in an integrated recorder for $300. This is a binaural 360-degree microphone. I love these. If you watch my channel, you saw that a few years ago I built a really big one. Well, if I could have bought a small one, this would have been really, really nice. Anyway, look, there's two little ears. If you can see the ears, it's pretty awesome. So again, two omnidirectional microphones with ears and a recorder for 300 bucks. I'm gonna check it out. This is part one. I'm standing at the Mudra booth, and this is gonna be one of these more than one part videos because it's gonna take more than a minute to go over this. This is a band for an Apple Watch. And there's 6 sensors in here, and it's gonna pick up the nerve, electricity of my nerves, of whatever. What it's gonna do is gonna pick up the nerve impulses when I'm moving my fingers, and I can program them to do whatever I want. And I just got a very long demo, and it was absolutely amazing. It's under $300, it's only for an Apple Watch, but this is a game changer, because this is not about arms up and doing big crazy motions. It's about literally small motions used to gesture, control things pretty much everywhere. They don't have an SDK though. He did show me this $5,000 crazy wristband you can get instead of an SDK. But this is a commercial product that you can buy right now. It's a Mudra, and see the longer demos. This is part two. Like that?
There you go.
So it's learning.
Push down. Push against your fingers.
Oh.
Let's see your signals. Okay, put your hand down. May I touch your middle finger?
Yes.
Now you move your middle finger. May I touch your middle finger again?
Yes.
Now you move your middle finger. Can you see that it's not muscular, it's not tendon, it's your brain. When you send a signal, it goes through your arm, through your nerves. It's being picked up by 6 electrodes. 3 for one arm, 3 for the other. That's why you can be ambidextrous. And it's reading your signals right now. It's also got an IMU, so full, right? And then, which no one else has, the pressure.
This is part 3.
Okay.
All right.
Hand at your side. Thumb moves one direction, index finger moves the other. Do you remember your thumb gesture? Do you remember your index finger gesture? There you go. You're controlling it with your brain, dude.
I'm at the Yaw VR booth, and I was here 2 years ago, and they gave me like the best motion demo I've ever had in such a light device. And it turns out they've got a new one. They've got the new Yaw Vr2, and it's modular, so you can actually pick what sort of things you want. It's as little as $1,500 or as much as like $3,000 for the top of the line, and it's really, really awesome, and check it out. All right, so this is the tack suit. I'm at the Haptics booth.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Good thing I did this on day 1, because on day 3 I'll be heavier. And I'm putting on the, what are these?
Tack gloves.
The tacked gloves, which do fit because my hands aren't fat. So, I'm wearing the Haptics tacked vest, and these are the
Tack gloves.
tacked gloves. And I'm up with the headphones on. So I can feel it all around me. And I can feel it in my fingers when I'm using it. So this is the Leica Blk360, and I've been wanting one of these forever. You're like, what does it do? It scans. It spins around, it's mirrored, it's laser, and it literally grabs data sets. And in 3 minutes, it'll describe every point of view from that one spot. And then you take it and you move it somewhere else and you press the button again, and 3 minutes later, it grabs every point of view from that spot. And if you do that a bunch of times, you can stitch it together to create one giant data set of any room that you want. And it is awesome. And it's by Leica, which is owned by Hexagon. Look, it's spinning. It's going to take pictures and it's going to spin, and the mirror is going to measure everything. This is like being a surveyor and getting 1 point and then doing it thousands of times and accurately and never moving. I love it. I'm at the Toy Shock booth, and they sell digital pinball machines. They have 12 different pinball machines in one machine. Let's take a look. So they're all Gottlieb licensed play, and this one is Black Hole, and I'm going to come over here, and it's just a screen, by the way. It looks like it's real. Look at it. He's going to help me out and do the other side here. I'm holding it with one. And I could even shake the machine if I want to with the button, but if I do it too much, I'll tilt it. That is awesome. That is really fun. And you're seeing all those video game machines. This is like a little pinball machine, and they're about $500 or $600. Pretty awesome. All right, so I'm at the Carbon Origins booth. They're a robotics and virtual reality company, and they've got Skippy the robot. This is a semi-autonomous robot that is used as a delivery guy. He does hot and cold. Now, you can't buy Skippy. Skippy's really a service that is run by these guys, but there's actually virtual reality in the background. So, like, if he gets, like, stuck, someone jumps in and views and takes over Skippy, and it's awesome. This is really the future. And the best part is that many of the founders are from Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. So, really, this is awesome. Good Skippy, good Skippy. So I'm always talking about VR sickness as being a real thing. I'm at the Cinetic VR booth, and what they have is an add-on for the HTC Vive. You can see those little white dots in the corner there, and what it does is it creates an image that your peripheral vision, your eyes see as a grounding point in sync to your inner ear, and all of a sudden you don't get sick. And I have this conversation with people all the time. It's your peripheral vision that makes you sick 9 times out of 10. And you can see, and you can see, it's gonna be a fun edit. You can, so the same company that makes the Cinetic VR makes these things called boarding rings. And you see like the liquids going back and forth in the peripheral vision. Basically, this becomes a grounding point for me, so I actually don't get sick. This is awesome. It's called a boarding ring. Wow, that is crazy. So it turns out this works for any sort of motion sickness, whether it's boats or planes or even cars. Oh my God, I love this. So I'm at the Augmented booth, and they make little laser projection things. What I'm seeing right now is the word augmented reality spinning around through this lens, and you can't see it, but I can see it. And it's quite clear. This is interesting. They said if they can do one, they can do two. I want to see commercial products from these guys. Stop talking, make products, actually. It's good looking stuff. I'm at the VR Leo booth, and it's really cool. It's a virtual reality arcade system. It self-sanitizes, self-cleans, It's got a big screen so other people can watch you playing. You play yourself. The VR, by the way, isn't so immersive that it makes you sick. Really, really nice.
And once it closes, it disinfects.
So I've been getting email after email from these people called Love Handle. And they have these little handles that you put on the back of the phone. Now I have gotten so many of these, you know, we are the next greatest thing to attach to your phone. So I'm a real cynic. But when I looked at it, it was pretty interesting. First of all, it is flat. Second of all, I like that your fingers go in it. Third of all, it is magnetic, so you can put it in like it's a piece of metal that way. But the best part is I love the way the stand pops up. So I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna pop it up like that, and it's really, really stable. Now I can come over here and I can put it like this, and that is stable, or like this, and that is stable. And I love this. I love that. That is nice and stable. But I'm like, what about if I need a car? Well, it turns out they have a magnetic thing, and bam, for the car. Apparently you get them at lovehandle.com. I may actually pick one up. There you go. So I'm at the Hugo booth, not Hugo the car, it's Hugo, as in you go here and you go there. They make waterproof dry packs that float. And so the idea is you put your phone in here, and this is float, and it's waterproof, and I can actually still use the touchscreen. And they have like phone size, but they also have like big Microsoft Surface size, which is pretty awesome, because not just like when you're going out like into like wet areas, but if I was going to places where it'd be like dirty or rainy or slushy or dirty, I'd want something that would keep my tech clean and still have me access to it. I could view this in the shop pretty easily. This is pretty cool, and you get it at HugoWare.com, which is pretty neat. All right, so you know how I feel about things that you put on the back of your phone, and I'm a pop socket user. But I stopped at the G-Hold booth, and it kind of looks like a pop socket, but it's not. It's cooler. So the first thing is it looks like it's nice and flat, and you lift it up, and it seems like those things are actually glass-filled nylon, which means they're a lot stronger than they look, and it rotates. The whole thing rotates. So not only can I put my finger on it, and it rotates around, but I actually can rotate it this way or this way, and I can use it to actually as a phone stand. So I can come over here and see it's standing up by itself, and I can do the forwards and sideways. But the thing that I love most about this is not only does it fall flat, but I can come over here and it's attached with Velcro. And the reason it's attached with Velcro is that I can make sure that I leave it safe for my phone's MagSafe, so I can sort of put it wherever I want, and then I can reposition it. And then once this is Velcro, I can put anything I want, and I even have a hang tag for it, where I can just Velcro it on, and it's pretty cool. And it's called G-Hold. So you have to hit every nook and cranny if you want to see something that you've never seen before. And I'm about to show you the Mokibo, which is a fusion keyboard. So it's just a regular old keyboard, Bluetooth keyboard. But if you're not touching the keys, the entire thing acts as a mouse. Look at that. It's a touchpad. So you see that? I'm gliding my fingers over the keyboard, but when I type, it's a keyboard. And when I just glide my fingers over it, it's a mouse. That is awesome. So it's not out yet, but keep your eye out for it. It should be out soon. I'm always running out of power. And the people from Zendur emailed me and said, come by the booth, and I want to show you what they just finished crowdfunding, so it's real and it's huge. Let's take a look at this. So this is the Super Bass Pro 2000. It's the biggest one they sell. It's got a handle, it's got wheels. It's full charge in 2 hours, but it's 2,000 watt hours. That'll do a refrigerator for like 4 or 5 hours, a hairdryer for like an hour, a microwave. This thing is killer. Look at that. Not quite a full house backup, but if you had some emergencies, this would cover it. Never tell people at a power bank booth that you're running out of power. So the Zendur people were like, no, you haven't looked at all of our products yet. And so while I'm talking, they set me up to charge for a little bit while I'm talking using the Super Tank Pro. And I love it's metal. Look at that, it's metal. It's heavy, don't get me wrong, but I want a heavy big battery because this is nice. But look at this, it is really cool. Let me actually pan by all the other ones they have too. So they have the big one that I'm using, but then they have like the little one, which is the Mini and the Mini 5K, and really nice, all these variety of them. But because I know people who always want like giant battery packs, and then people who always want like mini battery packs. It's good looking products. So look at that. It's telling you, now that it says that it's on, it's telling you how much wattage your devices are pulling. That is amazing. So I stopped back at the Pivo booth because I really want to make sure I gave it its fair shake. And yes, it puts your phone on a motorized stand, and they do have different versions. And originally somebody said it's a software thing. And even then, today they said it was software as well, but it's a lot more than that. So the basic version is $80, and it basically will track you and do all the things you need to do. The more expensive versions really have specialty software and hardware. But one of the ones I was looking at, which was the gold, has a platform and a light box for doing e-commerce. And then the one that's called the black version allows you to do virtual tours by actually using the LiDAR built into your phone to build and don't even host it. So it's really not just like software licensing, it's about how much access you're getting with it. So it's actually pretty good. I kind of owe them an apology for yesterday's video. So Pivo, I want the black one. So I'm at the Sony booth, and they're selling space cameras. Yes, that's a satellite that you can buy from Sony, so you can get real shots of Earth and stars without using stock footage because you launched your own satellite. Actually, the big news from the Sony booth is that PlayStation VR2 is coming out. And it's not out yet, but that means that Sony is dedicated to the new expanding of VR with PlayStation, and that's some really good stuff, so keep your eyes open. Meanwhile at Sony booth, it's a Sony car. The car doesn't have mirrors, it has cameras and 5 displays across the dashboard. That's insane. So I'm at the Autel booth, and they sell drones. And weirdly enough, for CES, they're the only ones selling drones. I mean, really selling drones. And they sell all sorts of drones. Matter of fact, their Evo line ranges from $700 all the way up to $1,500, all the way up to $4,000, all the way up to $15,000 if you want to go from consumer to professional to enterprise. And it's some really nice stuff here, and it's all one company. And again, no one else is here really selling drones. I've seen a lot of drones, and I gotta be honest with you, seeing a drone with thermal imaging is kind of exciting. I stand corrected. There are other drone people here, but not a lot. I'll get it. So I'm at Epilogue, and that was the Fusion Edge, but it's a fiber laser. Like fiber laser, well, you know what it can do? It can actually etch into bare metal. I've never seen this before. It actually does all of this into bare metal. It's crazy. Not cheap, but again, lasers aren't cheap. They're just really, really cool. And you want one, and Epilogue sells little ones, and medium ones, and great big ones, and they're all pretty awesome. Oh, and by the way, I'd never heard of that kind of laser before, and apparently it only does that on metal. Like, you can't put wood in there. It's a single type of laser. So if you need to etch and you know, make marks in metal, that's what you get. Otherwise, the other type, which they also sell. So I'm at the Samsung booth, and I really want to talk smack about an 8K television and these ultra giant displays. But I'll be honest with you, I looked at this television and I got closer and closer and closer, and I couldn't see any pixels, and I almost bumped into the screen. It is so hyper real. This 8K television is amazing. Matter of fact, a lot of this tech is amazing. But it does look like Samsung never thought we were gonna be possibly shut down. They have the biggest booth in a place where there aren't many booths. This is a 55-inch curved vertical display that allows me to, oh my God, see everything at once. Crazy. I'll show it to you from the side. It's called the Odyssey Arc, and it allows you to see 3 screens at once. It is awesome. I'll be honest with you, I am impressed by this. This is the Samsung Premier 4K triple laser cinema projector. That's right, projector. This is not a screen. It's about 110 inches. Look at the short throw on this. Look at that. It can go up to 130 inches. This is amazing. I would have thought this was a TV if I didn't get close. Still the Samsung booth, and I've got to show you the Samsung Freestyle. It's $900 and it does some amazing things. So it's a tiny little 1080p projector. That's not what's exciting. What's exciting is it's got auto keystone correction. You ready for this? I'm gonna come over here and literally fixes itself. That's it, that's all it does. That's crazy. That is amazing. So here it is, aimed at a table, but if you look, it's actually powered by a light source socket. That's right, powered by a light socket. That has the possibility of being a real game changer. And look, the flip phone is back. That's scary. That is so scary. That is crazy. I double tap on the lock button. And oh my God, now I can do selfies and use this as a view. Oh, that is crazy. First of all, this is an amazing screen anyway. I had no idea that even was there. It's gorgeous. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. I am normally so hard on the Samsung booth. I'm so hard on what they've got. And this year, they didn't just have a lot of good product, but they showed it well too. Some real game changers there. Not everything was that expensive. Boy, those little projectors. Oh, I can think of so many good uses for those. I'm at the Targus booth and only stopped in there because I got too many products that say Targus on it. I said, what do you have that's unusual? And he's like, we have the Cypress backpack. And I'm sure I said it wrong. But anyway, the first thing you need to know about this backpack is it's eco-friendly. Why is it eco-friendly? Because it's made out of recycled water bottles. I made jokes about burning the world down and they're like, don't do that. Buy a water bottle made backpack. The other thing here is that inside of it is the Apple Finder device in it so that I can geofence the backpack. So if it gets too far away from me, my phone will go off. Or if I can't find my phone, I can press the button here and my phone will make noise and all this type of stuff. So anyway, it's a smart, eco-friendly backpack by Targus and it's called the Cypress and it's pretty cool. I'll be honest with you, I kind of like it. But they have one more item I want to show you. Whole nother video just for it. So Targus has the UVC LED Disinfection Light. That's its name. And it may not be a really good name, but you're gonna want one on your desk. I want them on my desk. Let me turn around and show you. This 29 inches wide, 12 inches deep. That UVC light is sanitizing the keyboard and the mouse. And you see that spot right there? I could put my phone right here. You see it turned off for safety. My phone can be right here. Every hour, it'll wait for an activity. It'll take 5 minutes, sanitize whatever's there. It's amazing, it's safe, it hasn't hit the market just yet, and it's only gonna be about $150. And there's a lot of UVC stuff on the market. This is the only one you're gonna see that's UL certified. They wouldn't let me leave the Targus booth unless I looked at the Dock 720, because apparently docking stations are all the rage. Now, this thing is a beast. It has four monitors out, which means literally, look at 4 monitors out, and the 5th, which is your main display, 4 at once, which means I've got 2 USB, 2 display ports. It's got 1 cable to your computer. There's 3 high speeds on the front, on the back, 1 high speed on the front, another high speed USB-C. This thing is crazy big, but here's the craziest part. Are you the kind of person that leaves your laptop closed, you know, clamshell mode, or using an external monitor, but you have to authenticate? Well, guess what? Fingerprint sensor right here to re-authenticate with it. This device is not cheap. But then again, neither are you if you've got 4 monitors, all these high-speed ports, and need to authenticate with your fingerprint. This is pretty cool. I gotta be honest with you, I do want one. All right, so this is the last video at Targus, and I don't know why they didn't start me with this one. This is crazy. It doesn't exist yet. It's gonna be less than $500. It's the Workstation Expansion System add-on. Well, I'll get it right. Anyway, cheap laptop, $500. Look at that. I can't run anything because the video card isn't good enough, but it's got Thunderbolt. This thing right here is an expansion chassis. It's got 2 PCI Express cards in here. good ones. If you can find video cards and put them in here, it's gonna think that this crappy laptop is running these really good video cards. This is a game changer. If you're doing VR, if you're doing mining, if you're doing anything that says, I need a video card, but your laptop doesn't have a video card, now it does. Ooh, you know, it's a weird show because everything is much more spaced out because there's not a lot of people here. Also not a lot of people here, and it seems like there's a lot less hustle and bustle, which means I've been getting to see a lot more than I normally would. Only did Central Hall today, but Central Hall was a key one for me because it really is virtual reality and a lot of that type of stuff, which is really important for what I do. I hope I get to see everything. I think tomorrow I may go to the Venetian and do the medical stuff, but wait, there's more. I still have Showstoppers tonight, and Showstoppers is an amazing press event. So this is the end of day one of the main show, but I've got 2 more full days and Showstoppers tonight.